You have to own your own dream, because whatever it is that you're not willing to own owns you. If you're not willing to own your own fear, then fear, in a sense, owns you, or your anger owns you at some point. So you have to just open your arms even more and just embrace yourself in all of your wonderfulness, as well as with all of your warts, too. But just to love it without condition or qualification whatsoever. One of the great things that's available to everyone is to look at things differently, because when you change how you're looking at things, the things that you're looking at will begin to change. One of the ways that I encourage people to use these things in the book is to recognize that, hey, there's no such thing as a bad feeling or even as a good feeling. So don't label feelings as being either good or bad, because if you label them as, oh, I'm having this bad feeling, then you, by association with this so-called bad feeling, become bad in and of yourself through your connection, through your association with them. And people say, well, what should I call them then? I don't like this feeling. Say, fine, call it an uncomfortable feeling. Call these comfortable feelings. But if you separate them into comfortable and uncomfortable, you're going to be a lot more willing to be with them and not to resist them, because nobody wants to be having bad feelings, because then you become a bad person for having these bad feelings. And you can say the same thing about thoughts, too. No such thing as a bad thought, just an uncomfortable thought, or a thought that doesn't help you and doesn't assist you, doesn't support you. So one of the things is to reframe from being bad feelings to uncomfortable feelings. Another possibility is for people to recognize that all of life's situations and events that are coming at them, they're not happening to them at all. They're actually happening for them. That the universe, that consciousness itself, is not out to hurt you, it's out to teach you, it's out to point out things that you are currently unconscious about. But its motives are essentially benign, which means it's really trying to align itself with you as long as you say yes to it. So make yes your default position in life. Just say yes to it. You don't have to understand it or figure it out, but just embrace it all. There's a part of you that wants to awaken to your own divinity. And that part of you is the very path that you're walking. You're walking on the very path. There's nothing that you have to do to say, oh, I'm lost. I have to go off to India, or I have to sit on this mountaintop. No, whatever it is that you're doing, however it is that your life is unfolding, is exactly the path that you yourself have chosen to awaken you to your own divinity. The message, I suppose, is to ask yourself better questions. The question that a lot of people unfortunately ask is, why are these things happening to me, and feeling very victimized as a result of it? And flip that over to, how can I use these things? How can I awaken myself to my own divinity? What is the universe trying to teach me? So when you ask yourself better questions, you're going to end up with better answers. I am convinced, after, having read this book, lived with this book for these years, and talked to many people who have had very, very positive experiences of it, they have written me about how impactful it has been. The book is so rich in many, many things that would be available to change people, not only psychologically, but spiritually in their own heart of hearts.